Yes, you need this follow-up on the previous video about the effect of yam on blood sugar. There are some few things that you need also to know regarding that test before the sugar went as high as 191. The yam was cooked with the sprinkling of cinnamon and turmeric powder, which is always what I use in preparing most of my starchy and root vegetables, and they do not spike sugar like sweet potatoes. And then after the consumption of that yam, I drank half glass of neem tea. Neem tea is bitter, and neem tea is expected to have its own positive effect in lowering your blood sugar. Despite all this, the sugar went as far as 191, and the yam in question was eaten alongside vegetable, not really much, and not really much of the vegetables as expected to be. So if you really want to consume it, it could be just one slice with lots of vegetable. In this case, the vegetable wasn't really much, and so that may have also had its own toll on it. And so, but one thing you need to know is that it's not a food to play around with. If you want to eat it, you need to be very, very careful with one, the portion, very little portion, and then lots of protein to go with it. In this case, there wasn't really much except the vegetables, which were, went along a few greens and garlic, onions and cinnamon. They were all present. But surprisingly, it still went up as far as that. The video was necessary because some people are still finding it hard to believe on the effect of this particular root vegetable yam. It has so much effect on that. In fact, if you are not a diabetic, you don't need to be so much in love with it. Eat it, cautiously, because of its high glycemic index. You don't have to consume it alone also. Ensure that you add lots of green vegetables and then let the portion be very little. And immediately after taking it, you can also go for a walk. And that I'm going to keep on experimenting to return this food to my diet until I'm satisfied or I get what exactly I want. I'm not going to give up. There are ways it's going to be done. Just like using the guava leaf tea. The guava leaf tea should be on ground. If you are consuming not only yam, but any other food that has the ability to spike up your sugar. And remember, you don't have to wait until complications. You have to check it. You have to check it and ensure. Remember also that in the third video of the test results, I had to check it to ensure that it is on the comfortable zone. 80, 85, 90 is not bad. Even 100 is okay. Before start bringing in other foods, because most of the food we have here are actually carbohydrates, even beans. It's also a carbohydrate. So you can't run and say, I'm going to eat beans because the sugar is high. It's going to get higher. Most of them, fruits, are also high in sugar, except vegetables, and not all of them. Some of the vegetables are also source of sugar, like carrots and cabbage. So that is it. You don't have to, just consume it like that. And then there is another point you need to, the food I had in the night before bed. I need to let us know this in this video also, because the yam was actually in the morning. Yam is a brain food. It's best in the morning. Then in the evening, what were the things I ate that made the blood sugar not to continue or to come to 80? Maybe they contributed, I know. In the evening, I had a wrap of moi with vegetable soup. Green veggies, comprising of onions, garlic, cinnamon, sea salt, fermented iru and all this stuff, with all the other stuff. We cooked with peanut oil, organic peanut oil. And after taking it, before actually I had it, was one apple. About 3/4 of the apple actually. I had to give a portion of it out because of sugar. I was also afraid of sugar. There are all sorts of sugar. And so after having this in the evening before bed, I also had a cup of this tea, mistoto tea. Look at it. A lot of us may not know much about it, but the mistoto tea is good in fighting inflammations. Now, when the blood sugar goes up, it triggers inflammations. Some you may not see, you may not know. Maybe the next morning you may start experiencing something like headaches, backache, or whatever. You may not know that is the effect of the blood sugar that went up as a result of that food you ate. And so in order to, heal and ward off these inflammations that may have occurred, I had to take this tea before bedtime, and then after taking it, I went and slept. It's also mildly sedative. And so that was all. Then the next morning, had my water therapy off for the service. It was a Sunday. And so, coming back, I said, okay, let me check this sugar thing and know how it is now before I start consuming our sugary stuff, because I had in mind to consume cabbage and carrot to start with. And then before even consuming that, I'll tell us in my next video what I had also, in order to arrest all the other agents that comes with the immune system each time the blood sugar shoots up. If you like this message, why not give me your like and follow me for more.